Hello, my name is Najwa and we're going to present our system that is badminton called book system. So what this system can do, they have the function to add the clients, display the clients, sort the data, search client, edit data, and the last one is to exit. So for the add the clients, when user click the function, they can add the items such as the codes, their name, dates, and phone number. And then if the user click the option 2, it will display the data of the clients. And then for number 3, the function sort items, we use the quick sort to sort the clients by code. And then the function to search the item, we use the binary search and search the items by code. And then for the function edit items, we use the probability search, and then we search by name. After the name is found, we can edit the data in that client's details. And then the last function to exit is we can exit out of the system. So I'm going to pass to the next presenter, Asyiqin, to explain about the sort items.
Okay. Hello, my name is Asyiqin and I will present for the function 3, sort function. So we use quick sort for our system to sort the data of clients. We have three sub functions in quick sort function. First is get client. Get client is the function where you will get the data from file to the array to be processed. So the file will be read and data will be input into the array. For second sub function is quick sort. For quick sort, we will use partition to sort the elements in the array. The main function for quick sort is add partition, where the element of an array will be sorted. For example, we will choose a pivot. Here, the pivot is array high dot code, which is the maximum number of code. For example, if we have 6 clients in the array file, so the pivot will be 6. And INTI equals to low -1 is index of smaller element and indicates the right position of pivot found so far. Then we will we will swap the pivot. We will swap the element between that smaller than the pivot. The smaller element then pivot will be swapped into left hand side, and the bigger element of pivot will be swapped into right hand side. And then it will return to quick sort, so which is the position of the elements, and the quick sort will separate the sort elements before partition and after partition. And for last one is display sort. Display sort is where we display the data of the sorted elements. After all the elements have been sorted, we will display all the elements, and then we will ask if the user want to save the latest sorted data. If they want to save it, it will be saved into file, and if it's not, then the sorted data will be not saved into the file, and the file will contain the before sorted data. So that's all for my part. I will pass into my next group member.
My name is Teoh Jia Qi. I will continue with the search part. For the search part, we will use binary search and search word by code. Before search, we have the precondition which data must be sorted first. In the binary search function, we will display the header first. After that, we will initialize some of the variables, and we will also declare some of the variables. Firstly, we will prompt the user to enter code. The code that the user enter will be saved into a variable named target, and we will save call the function client in order to get the number of lines in the files and save it in the variable n. For the search part, we will set the condition will begin less or equal than n and file equal to 0. We need to count the middle of the file first, which middle equal to begin plus n minus divided by 2, and we will find the data that at the part mid and save it into the m. If target is more than m, we will add begin will equal to mid plus 1. Else if target less than m, n equal to mid minus 1. Else if target equal to m, the file will be changed to 1. Else begin equal to m plus 1. The array will be loop until the begin is more than n or the file equal to 1. If file equal to 1, we will display that the target is found, and we will display the data of the current code. Else if file equal to 0, we will display that the target is not found. That's all for me. I will pass to my next groupmate.
Hello, my name is Nurul Izzah and here I'm going to explain how the edit function works. This is the function 5. First of all, we are using probability search for this function and also declare the boolean as the function data type, where boolean data type is declared with the bool keyword for the code and can only take the values true or false. So over here, we use probability search for the client array, integer number, string target, and integer for the location. This line here is all the system header where we can see the option to edit the client. When we choose edit item in the file, the system declare variable such as all the integer for code, index, and get equals to 0. While string is for the name, telephone number, day, and temporary. Bool find equals to false, and lastly, character for the answer equals to 0 and b equals to 0. This system will see out enter whose name to edit the data, and we will going to input one of the client's name in the file to edit. The output will list the index less than num minus 1, but if name in the array not equal to the client's name or the target, the index will increment the value of index but return the original value that index held before incremented. So else the bool found is true, which is the name of client have been found. If index bigger than 0, the probability search code we're using here to sort the index name with index before it, as you can see the code here. And lastly, we quit the get equals to index minus 1 to store the index of name found to be edited. So after all this probability search name of client done, the system will display the location for index and see out the target that have been found and inline. Then see out location is where location plus 1 to print location of name, and this function right here. So when we want to edit the data, bool found must equals to true. When we want to edit data, bool found must equals to true to display the new data to be replaced. So before we are going to put the input for code, name, phone number, and data of booking, we see in the array get code, array get name, array get tel number, array get that to get the output. And the last see out here, save the latest edited data. This cannot be undone. Y for yes and N for no. So here we see in B. If we say Y, where B equals to Y, this will override file with edited data. So here the code how to override the file with edited data using string output inside the code pointer TSD for integer I equals to 0, I less than number, and I plus plus. Then see out data has been saved and N line. The output will be closed. Else, if we repeat n will be equals to n, which is no, this will not override the file and remain the same. The code here also the same to yes option earlier, but here we do not use array I for each input because we don't want to edit the data. Lastly, it will see out data are not saved and n line, as it will return to the file. That's all for the function 5. So Asyiqin, can you share the sample run of the function that we have been present?
for function 1 add client. After we have entered all the details, then if we want to stop, we press Z, and then the client has been registered, and the system will display the new registered client. For display clients, it will display all the clients that have been in the file. And for sort, they will display all the sorted items with the number of clients registered. And if you want to save it, press Y. And for search, before search, we must sort the data. So if you press no, and for no, so the data will be not saved, and you can't do the search client. For example, we want to search for the code. Then if we enter the code that have not been in the file, it will display like this. But if we enter the code that have in the file, it will display it. For example, like this. And for edit the data, we choose one name that we want to edit. If we choose one name that have not been in the file, then it is not found. But if the name is in the file, then we can edit it. For example, like this. They will display the location of the name in the file, and then enter the data to replace the data. And then if we want to let's save the edited data, we will save it. The data has been saved. And if we check that, we will see that the name of Izzah has been replaced with Izzah and other features. And if we want to edit it, just press this, and then we exit the system.
So that's all from our group. Thank you.